Hi, y'all.
Hi, this is Tom and Heather from Shadowfields, and this is Monday in the Studio, Mitts.
Yes, and please like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you can be informed of whenever we're online. So, we're coming back from our wonderful world tour. Actually, it's just been an hour ago. So, we're a little tired and we're all talking with a drawl. But we had a great time. We really had a great time. So, we'd like to talk to you about that a little bit tonight, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So I think let us know if you are online and who is online. We'd love to give a shout out to you. Hey, Tony,
Hey, Tony.
you keeping the neighborhood well in order, hopefully. And I think some other folks are going to be contacting us tonight too through MITS. Yeah, but we went kind of all over the universe. How many miles did we actually go? Did you check that out?
Um, no, I
It
think
was like
I
over
think
1,500, wasn't it? Like
yeah, I think it was close to 1,700 miles.
1,700. So 1,700, and how many states we were in? Indiana,
Oh, we had Illinois,
okay,
Indiana,
Indiana,
Kentucky,
Kentucky,
Tennessee,
Tennessee,
Georgia.
Georgia.
I think there was part of Virginia in there
Was
somewhere.
there really?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So probably 5 states. Can you hear us okay, Tony? Is this coming through all right? Let me know.
and also we ate some of our favorite food.
Yeah, it was some barbecue.
Oh, the barbecue
Tony, I don't know
was
if
to
you've
die for.
the barbecue place.
It's
It does
Mama.
it does not compare to
No, no, no,
yours,
no, 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 no,
but
no. But it's Mama's
pickle mustard,
Mustard, pickles,
pickles,
and
and
brew or beer.
y- y-
Mama's. It was Mama's, like Mommas.
yeah, I
Mama's.
know it's a chain or something like that, but
Oh, the seasoning on it was. I still think I'm dreaming about it. On those wings, wow, it was pretty incredible.
it was pretty good. Okay, I'm glad you can hear our
Yep.
voices.
Thanks, Tony.
What's left of our voices?
What's left? Yeah. So I feel like like I've got car lag. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
well,
still going.
right now it's 8 o'clock. We left the hotel at 8 o'clock this morning,
Yep.
and we've been driving ever since then. We
So
got
12 hours of
yeah,
non-stop. Although we did stop at my favorite restaurant, or one of them, because it also has shopping experience attached to it, which is the
Cracker
Cracker
Barrel.
Barrel. Yeah, and they make green beans just like my mom. So if you haven't tried the green beans at the Cracker Barrel, not that everybody likes green beans. Like they don't even do shout outs to vegetables anymore, but I know I have a fondness for vegetables. Yeah, so you're pretty tired. You did a lot of
Yeah,
driving.
I'm sorry. I
You did a lot of driving.
it was
It was 12 hours straight. We were wondering if we were even going to do mitts tonight, but we felt like
yeah
we
we
can't disappoint our audience. We got to get back in the
yeah
game, let them know how we're doing.
yeah. So
Um,
we thought we'd just run some slides. I'll put together like a video of the excitement for next week. Obviously, it wasn't enough time right now to
mm-mm.
try to edit down like the 20 or 30 little video snippets that we took.
No, I mean, we just got
Um,
out of the trailer
yeah,
an hour ago. So,
yeah.
um, the chunky bar, I know. We were checking out the crack corn. That was another one.
Yeah,
Tony's
the
like,
Tony's
how?
like crack
Oh,
corn.
the crack corn. It's what are they trying to do? Entice me? So we didn't get any though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that all manufacturers of cars, what they need to do is test them like in the Smoky Mountains with hauling a trailer. Then you can find out if
Yeah.
your transmission's up to it.
Yeah,
That was a strain.
it was. It was beautiful. The scenery was absolutely stunning.
And but sometimes like it'd be like running at 5,000 RPM and it
Hmm.
would not downshift. It kept
I
going.
know we're waiting and we're waiting. I was like,
Sounded like a
Tom,
lawnmower engine.
is
And I finally
something gonna
found
happen?
that if you take it out of cruise control and you let off the gas, let
Mm-hmm.
it downshift, then hit the gas again, it'll stay downshifted.
Okay.
So I figured that out. after I'd burned up the transmission.
Oh man.
When we
Yeah.
were somewhere, there was some accident or something like that on 65 coming back that added an hour and a half. So
Mm-hmm.
we got off in like Maryville, I think it
Yep,
was,
Maryville.
and uh, traffic was horrible then too. But going when we were at that stoplight and we started going, and like it's not going, and all of a sudden,
I know. You're waiting
yeah,
for
the
it.
clunk of the transmission when it finally kicked in. So I have a feeling that
We're gonna be putting some money to a transmission
yeah, yeah,
job there.
I think we might have done some damage on this trip,
Mm-hmm.
but it was
It
well
was
worth it.
definitely worth it. Yeah.
What have we got? Yeah, oh, I
Have you ever driven a manual?
oh yeah.
Really? Was that your
My first car that I actually bought
really?
was a manual transmission. It was the world's worst car. It was a Ford Fairmont.
Oh my goodness. It's
It,
like an
it
old it's
oh, it
like
was
an
like an
old
old folks
I was
car,
gonna say, and then I was
and
feeling, hey, wait a minute,
it was
that's
a
kinda like
four
me.
cylinder. And I remember on vacations, there's this one hill that we go on when we're in Wisconsin. It We were just hoping it could make it up to the
Mm-hmm.
top because it had no power.
Right.
So you get going as fast as you could, and by the top, you're 20 miles an hour,
Mm-hmm.
just sneaking over the top. It was pretty horrible.
Mine was a standard, but a Volkswagen Golf.
Really?
Yeah, but not
Well,
like an old.
you
It
were
was
cooler
yeah.
than me.
I was kind of a I don't know. It was kind of like a yellowish kind of car, like the color of your walls actually in here. This
Oh, that's
color
kind
right
of
there.
goldish
But
brown kind of
on
thing.
there it looks like it was actually this
Oh,
color
okay.
right there.
All right.
It was really pretty. And yeah.
Hey guys, if you're on with us, please sign in so we know that you're here. We could say hi.
Yeah.
Um,
So what do we want to do tonight?
so
We want to do a little bit of recap
yeah,
of our time.
I'm just gonna run this slideshow, which
Yeah.
they are
Can we
there's
talk over it or no?
exactly, we could talk
Oh,
over it.
okay, okay.
There's doubles, triples, tons of stuff that's
Oh,
all together. It's not laid out.
we'll
We
do a
just
better job of it this next week because
yeah,
I think we're
we
gonna.
had 10 minutes to get this together, so bear with us. But this is a little bit of it. That was and
It's
that
gonna
was
go.
uh
So as these are going by, our first night we
maybe I should change
no, you're good.
speed of it
Oh
from
yeah,
okay, we're gonna slow that down. All right, there we go.
yeah. So our very first night we were at a place in Louisville.
Yeah,
Did I say it right?
Louisville.
Louisville. And
It
it was
was
a
Third Turn Brewing
yeah, and fantastic reception there. We had it was a converted church
church.
into a brewery, and then
See,
next
that was a
door,
picture of that.
it's kind of backwards, isn't it? It's kind of backwards.
It is
But
backwards, but we're not fixing that right
the
now.
space was great. And this is a family picture of Dana and Scott Morgan and their two children.
They hosted the
Yeah,
third
they
night
hosted.
in Roswell, Georgia.
Yeah, what a sweet night
So
that
that was at
was.
Third Turn.
Yeah, and it was a really sweet setup. The second
That
one was
was Nashville
Nashville.
at Bold
It's
Patriot.
even got some like kind of Nashville feel. Isn't that a nice, cool picture?
Yeah,
And that was a really cool place too. It was an old converted manufacturing, like an old warehouse kind of thing, and it
hi
was into a
Gary,
market.
long time no see.
We made it right. I guess pretty gutsy driving from Tom. You see Gary in this
That's my
picture.
view from the back when I'm not driving. If I'm not driving, I'm sitting in the back and I get to see
Oh,
this.
there's two of them. Because the first one wasn't good enough. Anyway, so Gary, Gary is driving, and look at there's a random picture of Gary. Did
Yeah,
you take that?
the shadow of Gary. I don't know what that's all about.
Shadow of Gary. Now there's Third Turn Brewing a company again.
Yeah,
It's kind of there's like random pictures. Don't worry about it.
there could be more pictures
There's a
than
touch
it's
on it.
showing. It might
I,
not be showing all the
I
pictures.
think it's just showing like the very first 8 of them.
Yeah, who knows?
Um,
Anyway, you get the idea of the places we were playing. I don't
yeah,
know
we had.
because we don't see any of the ones from last night. I think I need to convert pictures. I think they're
Yeah.
just in the wrong format.
But
So
talk about what were some of the favorite. We just let this keep going, but
yeah, we'll just talk. You can ignore the pictures.
what were some of the favorite things that you experienced on this tour?
Well, favorite things. first at Third Turn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh gosh,
Ray, Tanis, Matt,
yeah.
all of them.
Always at each of these places, we met, two or three people that just kind of stood out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about it on the way home today that um, some of these characters that we meet, they are characters. They're quirky. They're different. Maybe some of them are, misfits or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my life is better for knowing them, even for those 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last night we met a guy named
Brian.
there was Brian and Ty
Mm-hmm.
Poet.
Was
Ty
that
Poet, that's his
was
real
that
name.
his last name was Poet?
No,
Poet?
Ty Poet is his first name.
Oh, really? Okay.
His dad wanted to name him Tyrone.
Mm-hmm.
His mom was loved poetry,
Mm-hmm.
so they settled on Ty Poet.
That's really cool. I thought it was first and last name that you were
No,
saying
no,
all the
no.
time.
Ty Poet will never see this because he is off the grid.
Yeah, he does not like social media. He
Yeah,
does not like
he's a
anyone internet.
bartender,
Yeah.
and he had so many stories because we were in Sevierville,
Yeah.
Sevierville in Kentucky. Was it
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky? No, it was
No, it's
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And he had all the stories about the town.
Mm-hmm. He'd been there a while, like 25 years, something like that.
Yep.
But he
And
was originally from, was it Michigan or Pennsylvania? I forget which, but
yeah, I'm not
he's from
sure.
around, he was actually from up here. But he said that he would never go north of the Mason-Dixon
Yeah,
line.
he won't go north. So
Yes.
that's interesting.
Yeah, but we
And
also met Brian,
yeah,
who,
Brian is like from the Bay Area.
and he's an artist, but he moved to Gatlinburg and really loves it there. Says everyone's very, very friendly,
Yeah.
very open to art and to just anybody who kind of pops in. That they're not worried about people settling down there that are not from around there. That they're very open. So that was kind of cool to
Well, that's
hear.
cool.
And we ate pizza, and I ate pizza, and I shouldn't have eaten pizza because the next day I slept till, was it like 15 hours?
Yeah.
Couldn't even get me out of bed this morning. That was fun.
Yeah.
Calls, never heard them. My alarm, did not hear it.
Well, we had to be on the road by 8 this morning in order to make it back on time.
And I finally picked up a call. It was, I don't know, it was like 5 to 8 or something from Tom. He's like, are you ever going to get up? Why? He says, well, it's 5 to 8. We're supposed to leave. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it was
So,
the quickest get together as
yeah.
possible. And then we were on the road and but anyway, the first night was at Third Turn Brewing, and that was a lot of fun. If
Mm-hmm.
we can get to Third Turn Brewing, maybe we could just stop the picture when it gets there. What do you think about that?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That was Third Turn Brewing,
Mm-hmm.
and converted church. Met lots of fun people.
Yeah.
It was real nice. We'll have more pictures next week because obviously some of them didn't come out
Yep. Yep.
and wrong format and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of a unique one because we really had Jimmy. You don't see Jimmy up there. That's because he's
he's
on the far left, on the
he's
kind
next to
of, yeah,
Tony.
he's next to Tony, but he's playing the cajon. And this was kind of a fun opportunity for me because I wasn't playing the keys. So I got to just like do power vocals. That was super fun for me. Not that I can't do power vocals when I'm playing an instrument, but it's like competing a little bit for my attention. And this one was just a really fun night for that. And people kind of could feel it in the room.
Yeah.
After the first set, which was more like a folk rock kind of thing, people were like, oh man, you remind me of like these folk musicians. And
Yeah.
we're wondering why they're saying that. And then we get to the second set. And after the second set, the same person came up to us and goes, wait a minute. Why did you put the first set as kind of this folksy kind of thing? And now you're like
Hi, Mike.
power on vocals and everything. And that was like, well, because we're a little bit of both. Like we're a little bit of,
I think the interesting thing was that each place there were music lovers and there were just general people.
yeah,
You got general people that listen to you, they clap and they go home like mid set or something like that.
yeah,
Like they don't stay for the whole thing. But then it was Matt and Ray
yeah,
at Third Turn Brewing. They were there the entire show.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
and they hung out with us after the show, and they were just total music
Yeah, they were
guys.
total lovers of music, and they were very, very encouraging to our art and our music. So
Hmm.
it was a lot of fun to be with them and hang out with them.
Let me okay. And then the next night we were in Nashville at Bold
Mm-hmm.
Patriot,
Mm-hmm.
and
And that's also a really artistic place because they're doing a lot of interesting things where you walk. It's almost like it's a marketplace, but it's almost like there's various different. It's almost like food trucks, food because they don't really have a lot, like a huge menu and any of the things that were in this little marketplace. But there were cronuts, which is a croissant donut. They call it a cronut, and it's
did you have any?
oh, I did. That's another reason why I might have slept in the next day as well. But anyway, for those of you who know who I should not be having any of these things. But there was they're just these small little places like a milkshake bar and a taco bar. And it's almost like there's various little food trucks that are in a shopping center. It's not like a lot of other places you see with much more diverse menus and stuff like that. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that this is kind of this Bold Patriot Brewing is in the midst of all of this kind of stuff. So you can bring in food from some of those places into this brewery and kind of artsy feel, kind of like homegrown neighborhood, had that kind of feeling to it,
Yeah,
a little bit like Pollyanna
yeah.
Brewing Company
But
in town.
it's definitely very patriotic and very
Oh,
very red, white, and
yes.
blue,
Very red, white, and
um,
blue, as you can see.
which was very cool. But I have to say, I I'm not a huge beer drinker at all.
Oh, yeah, but you really liked what they had
I
there.
had one beer that I have to tell you, it was the best beer I've had in my life.
What was it called?
It was called, um,
Wasn't there Liberty, was it?
no, Constitution. The Constitution. That's what the beer
My
was
good.
called.
I mean, that totally makes sense for you. You know, you're all about kind of this is the beginning. This is how we work. This is how,
Are you saying I'm full of rules?
yes, this is
Okay.
perfect for
Anyway,
him.
that was
It's a
really
beer with
it
rules.
was it was a great it was unbelievable. I had three of them, and I
Mm,
never drink beer.
no. So what
Um,
did you like about it?
it
It's
it didn't have it
flavorful.
did not have a nasty aftertaste. It was a dark, heavy,
Mm.
dark
Was
beer.
it a Hefeweizen? Oh,
Excuse you.
too many syllables.
God, threw me off there for a second. Anyway, if you're ever in Nashville at Bold Patriot, you should check out
The
the Constitution.
Constitution.
And even the guy there, because I asked, what is like the best beer? He says, this is the best beer. And we were going to get some to go, but he
Hmm.
says, this doesn't keep. It has to be straight
Really?
right there.
Okay.
So I didn't bother getting any to go.
Okay.
And we saw lots of friends that came and family.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Mike and Melissa Long from the old neighborhood, their old neighborhood, because they used to live across the street from me. And we had folks that actually used to work with you, or used to work and currently do work with you on upstaging. So
Yeah,
Chip and
Chip
AJ.
was out and AJ was
Yeah,
out.
we met a woman named Leslie there too.
Yep.
And also you had neighbors from you across your street
Across the street, their daughter
from
moved down to
Nashville.
Nashville, and they surprised me by just showing up, and like there they are,
Yep. And my
and that was
daughter Liz and Rob were there. So yeah, it's so fantastic to see friends and family
yeah,
that we
it was a
haven't seen for a
surprise.
while on the
Probably out
road.
of towners were more plentiful than in towners.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
But we definitely closed that place down. It
Yeah.
was they were like kicking us out. And, we were just having a great time though.
Yeah, and there was this one girl that I met. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name, but she was telling me that how much hope I gave her because she's an alto, and she's like, I know you're an alto, and I'm gonna really try hard to, get myself my vocal lessons and stuff like that because you gave me hope that someday I can be singing and this kind of stuff. So that was kind of cool.
Okay, and moving
Yeah.
on. Let's see if we can. That's another Bold Patriot. That's a better shot of Bold Patriot. Um, it was a tight stage, and there was some weird sound issues, but we got that figured out. But it took a while. It was a bit stressful at
Yes.
one point. And more driving, more driving, and more driving,
No,
and
Gary.
Gary, and that's third. Okay, and we'll stop here. When we were in Roswell, we were going to do at like a community center type thing. We were going to do, but they had a flood there. So Dana and Scott graciously offered to have it in their house. And
Mm-hmm.
they have this amazingly beautiful house. And
Mm-hmm.
Scott suggested I was going to set up on the driveway, and because they have a
Mm-hmm.
large driveway, pretty steep hill though.
Mm-hmm.
But um, we were going to do the driveway, but he's like, no, 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 I got this all set up on the patio or on the deck. And you have this deck that's overlooking this pond
It's absolutely
surrounded by
gorgeous. It was
trees.
surreal how beautiful it was.
And then while we're playing, you look back and the moon is coming right up over the pine trees.
It was
It was
lovely.
something else.
It
It
was
was
lovely.
beautiful.
Yep.
Um,
Is there anybody online that's from any of the places that we visited? If so, please let us know that you're here with us and give us a hello.
yeah.
I'm also Deb King. Are you here with us? Enter your message there. Let us know that you're here with us because we actually, Deb, loved being out in that North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, um, Kentucky, Tennessee area. In fact, we got so many great remarks from people. They're like, "Hey, you should be around here. This is a kind of place that will love your music." And we know that by looking at the radio statistics that we had, that those were the states that were playing our music when we would release it.
Yeah.
So we'd be happy to come down to North Carolina, Deb King, and see you as well.
Is she in North Carolina or South
I
Carolina?
think she's in North Carolina.
Where?
I do not know.
Okay. Anyway, we'll work on that one.
Yes.
But all right, we all have favorite pieces, and next week we'll play the little video clip of all the guys saying what their favorite part of the
Mm-hmm.
tour was. But I'm just gonna say for me personally, it was we played the show out on the deck for there was like I don't know 40, 50 people
And at the Georgia House
at
concert.
the Georgia
Yeah.
House concert.
Yeah.
But when we finished, we came inside. We were just hanging out. We were talking with all these people and meeting all these wonderful people. Like we met Dave Ross.
Yes, we did.
That was wonderful.
And
And
Eric, it's
my
Eric Comfort is his name. Eric.
yep,
I met Eric. Yep.
and my friend Phil Miller.
Mm-hmm.
He was the person who played the harmonica originally on Oh What Kind of Love.
Yeah. Yep.
And he came out and played it with us. That was the first time that's ever happened. He's never played it
It's
with
so
us.
cool.
It was
Yeah.
so much fun with
I got
that.
to meet his wife as well. That was a really neat.
But we went inside after the show. We hung out, and um and then I remembered that you know Tony's son Kyle and Jenna, his
Mm-hmm.
wife, had come to the show to hear Tony sing a song,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't get a chance to do it outside. So we decided let's just do an inside thing just for the stragglers, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was only about a dozen people left, but it was dead quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was listening, and we played 3 songs, and it was fun. We
Mm-hmm.
played
Since you've been
I'll Be There,
yeah.
which is the um,
Steel
Steel Drivers
Drivers.
song that Tony sang. We did Since You've Been Gone, so we could put some
Mm-hmm.
heavy metal in there. But then we did
Barton Hollow.
we did Barton Hollow, but we also did Eyes Shut.
Oh
And
yeah.
and
That was
Eyes
great.
Shut is such a delicate, sweet song. It was really cool to play it in a
Mm-hmm.
completely acoustic setting. And I remember the that was the best. That was the highlight of the whole trip for me was when we did Eyes Shut.
Mm-hmm.
We've It was one of those like really deep, special moments on a song.
Mm-hmm.
And we finished it. We hit that last chord, and our voices are fading. And then you hear somebody in the back go, "Oh crap!" In a good way.
Good
That's what he
way.
was saying.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
amazing.
yes.
And Jim yells out, "I didn't think it was that bad." But that was really,
Yeah.
really special.
And they had in there, just so you're aware, inside in their Scott and Dana's home is it's a two-story kind of windows overlooking the pond. So all of our voices kind of went up 2 floors.
Yeah,
Because
so it had
it
a
was just like a
natural
really
reverb to it, and it
wonderful,
was beautiful.
yeah, and our voices were just carrying a little bit like a church in some ways. It's just kind of like, whoo.
Yeah. And we
and
were
you
able to
could feel
balance
it.
it all out really well.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and that was in Roswell, Georgia, and then the
Hmm.
final show was last night.
And that was Gatlinburg
Uh,
Brewing Company in Sevierville.
yeah, we'll have some pictures of that. The pictures are in a format that I can't play back tonight, but we have plenty of pictures of that as well.
So guess, I want to just put it out there. If anyone can guess what is in Sevierville, that's like Bent is like a huge country, almost. I'm not sure if it's a theme park or not, but tell me what big name kind of mm-mm.
Oh,
No, no,
no,
no,
not
no, no,
that.
no.
Is that there?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. There was a bunch of water slides and things like that, but there is something that is in town. All right, I just can't tell. I can't help. I have to tell it. But Dolly World is there. I
I
was
did not
wondering
know that.
why was
Why did I not even notice it?
Sevierville, why it was even on the map, like for people to even know about. But Dolly World is like right down the street
What do you
from
do
there.
in Dolly World? What's
I think
there?
it's a museum for everything Dolly Parton.
Oh, well, she's an amazingly talented woman.
Mm-hmm. Yes. How many
Amazingly
songs has
talented.
she had? Like a
I
200
she is,
something.
trying to aspire to her level of songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Jolene, I mean, can you write?
I
Yeah,
know. No.
what a song. I mean, it's incredible.
But we did not go to Buc-ee's. Mike, how I can tell you that on the exit ramp going into Sevierville, they're building a brand new Buc-ee's. I don't even, maybe it's not a brand new one, it's just a new one. So very soon you'll be able to just go right off there
Yeah.
and go to Buc-ee's.
But we played that last night, and that's the night that we had, there's a
We
number of
met
people that hung around, but Brian and
mm,
Ty Poet were the ones that stuck around the
the
entire
longest.
show,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
hung out with us afterwards and told us stories about where they'd been,
Hmm.
and it was just really cool to get to know some people. And I think that's the best part about touring. I love playing and getting our songs heard, but there's that part of meeting people, meeting new people, hearing their story, because it's always, food for new songs.
Right. You thought it was done already? Nope, nope. It's up on this huge hill, and it just is kind of, it looks like it's built, but there's nothing that's it's not ready to be live yet. Buc-ee's, that is.
Okay, well, that's going to be it for tonight. This is Tom and Heather from Shadowfields. What should they do?
Oh, well, you should like and subscribe and share this YouTube. But please subscribe and tell your friends too as well, and
Yeah,
click
that's how
that
this is going to grow,
notification
is if you
bell.
tell some people about it. And thanks for anybody who's online that came to the shows. We
Yep,
really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. There'll be more
yep.
next week. We'll actually have some
We'll have some
video
really great
footage, and
footage
yeah, it'll be a
of
lot of fun. What we want to show is our first time in Nashville 10
hmm
years ago, and
and then
and playing the same song in Nashville again.
yep.
So
So we're
that'll be a
looking
lot of
forward to
fun.
it.
Okay, we're out. We're gonna go get some sleep.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you
everybody.
all for joining us. Have a great night and a great week, and we'll see you next Monday on Monday in the studio.